I wasn't expecting Kotobukiya to start making figures of characters from original artworks. Hi and welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven with your additional figure news. This time around involving a figure event, Kotobukiya Collection 2025. This won't be a long one because it is just one single company announcing new figures in their very own event. So Kotobukiya, they no longer participate in one fest. They usually have their own event or they participate in a much smaller Mega Hobby Expo which takes place in spring and also autumn. I have been contemplating whether to include today's announcement, these figures over here, into one fest coverage more than a week later, or to separate into two videos, but I wouldn't want my one fest video to go 2 hours. It is tough on me as well, talking over here non-stop. So here we are today with Kotobukiya Collection 2025. And by the way, before I proceed, yes, number one, Native. Yeah, the 18 plus figure brand Native has also had an event over the past weekend, which I couldn't share with you guys on YouTube, obviously, but I have shared the images over in my Discord server, so feel free to join, link in the descriptions below. And you have one more option, which is to check out the pictures at guruberries.com. It is the same thing. I have multiple sources and that is just one of my few sources. One more thing, I have also started my own Patreon account. Feel free to check it out. You can join as a free member, or if you feel like supporting, yes, go ahead and subscribe to the basic tier. Alright, so for today, what you are seeing on screen over here, 49 pictures, but it is more like 30, 35 figures. Yeah, not too many. Let's get this done with. The first one here, Kotobukiya 1x6 scale. 1x6. Art by Kafun Trick Bunnies. Okay, to me, this is the most attractive and the most interesting figure in this event. For one, I wasn't expecting Kotobukiya to start making figures of characters from original artworks. That is something I really welcome because there are many pretty artwork out there that never get any justice. So this is a great start. I'm happy to see this. And here we have the reference for the original artwork. And what is funny is that Kotobukiya has toned down the size of her ass over here. Like, you look at this artwork over here, which I couldn't show on screen on YouTube, unfortunately. Look at this artwork over here and then compare it to the figure. Yeah, her butt is like half the size of the original. But you know what? I'm not complaining too much. Yeah, some of you will feel a little bit mad about this, especially if you loved the artwork. Maybe Kotobukiya will fix it and make it a little bit bigger once the figure is painted. I don't know. But Kotobukiya is not known to make like very fan servicey figures to begin with, so I'm not counting on that to happen. Regardless of that fact, I still like this figure a lot. And in fact, initially, when I saw this grey prototype, I thought it was Ryuko Matoi from Kill La Kill. And then no, this is an original art, which makes me feel even more surprised. Yeah. Moving on to the next one, another artwork figure, art by Lucent, Alicia Velfelto swimsuit version. 1x6 scale as well. Okay, this is the original artwork and this is what the grey prototype looks like. Okay, this one, it feels a little bit weird to me, but maybe it is just the art style of the artist over here. What do you think? Right? In my opinion, it feels like the head is too small, isn't it? I mean, you look at this original artwork again. I'm going to switch back and forth. Yeah, the prototype, it feels like the head is a little bit too small. I hope that Kotobukiya fixes that. Otherwise, well, art style, so I can't comment too much. Otherwise, I would say it feels like the legs are a little bit too long as well. But maybe that is being exacerbated by the fact that her head looks small, so her legs look even longer over here. Maybe it is the head that is the problem. Or maybe the figure is still unpainted and there is some kind of optical illusion messing with my eyes, I'm not too sure. Yeah, otherwise, no problems with the face. I think they look pretty much alike. Alright, moving on to the next one. Kotobukiya one. Oh, there's no scale mentioned over here. I'm not sure this is 1.6 or 1.7. Art by Rukawa Negi Rukawa-chan. So this is like an artist drawing a 2D art version of herself. Right? Happens a lot, like art by Biya. There are a lot of those figures out there. Okay, so this one, the artist is feeling really proud of her own melons that she had to make everything into a figure and sell it. Yeah. Okay. Cute. She is cute, but that is about it. Those legs are pretty skinny though. For someone with huge melons on their chest, their body fat percentage tend to be a bit higher. So to see slender thighs like that, it feels like a little bit of a mismatch, but you never question anime logic anyways. Alright, moving on to the next one. This is Kotobukiya Art FXJ series, which means 1/8 skill, even though the skill has not been mentioned over here. Birth of Kitaro. Okay, Kitaro's father and baby Kitaro. This is like a very classic anime from 1960s, I think. Yeah, I know nothing about it, and going by the art style of the anime, no, I'm not planning to watch it. Not my kind of thing. But it is great that fans of older classic anime now they get to buy the figures that they have always wanted but were never made. Moving on to the next one, Aono Exorcist or Blue Exorcist, right? Kotobukiya Art FXJ, 1/8 skill, Rin or Kumura. Okay, I have only watched the first season, like the very first season. And then season 2, season 3, and was there a movie? I did not watch it at all. It was fine. It was a fun show, right? Just that I did not particularly like that show as much, so I don't feel the urge to watch it. Okay, that plastic god is guaranteed to be preserved in the final figure. Like, the figure is guaranteed to lean if there is no plastic rod supporting his knee. Personally, I would prefer, a rock base of some kind, and then the knee would plug into that rock base. So we have a more natural looking support for the figure rather than a very ugly plastic rod over there. That will increase the price of the figure, of course, but Art FX figures, they tend to have a rock base or some mini diorama base to go with all the time. So I hope that Kotobukiya, they change this, even if it means adding 1,000 or 2,000 yen to the price of the figure. Moving up next, we have potentially a best seller over here, the medicine seller from Mononoke, the movie. Yeah, there were a lot of female figure characters, right? They were snatching this thing. I can't remember which brand made the figure, the scaled figure, where he's lying in this round color thing. Round shaped thing, not round color. Round shaped thing, and that figure was re-released at least once. Yeah. And Kotobukiya is making this version over here, which looks even better in my opinion. We'll see what the final painted version looks like. This is already looking pretty good. Moving on to the next one, we have two Pokemon figures under the Art FX series as well. 1/8 scale Callum and Froakie, just an announcement, no prototype yet, and also Serena and Fennekin. Right, no comment. Those of you who love Pokemon will want to pick one up. These are not very expensive, right? They are between 12 to 15,000 yen or so, yeah. Moving up next, we have Trigun Stampede Nicholas D. Wolfwood. 1/8 scale, also Art FXJ. Man. Yeah, there was a remake. Was it a remake or a sequel of the original Trigun series? The anime just aired like last year. I haven't watched it yet. The first thing I'm being reminded of when I see that huge cross cannon over there is one of the Sophia F showing figures. I think it was the one made by Magi Arts. Okay, this looks amazing as well. And I think that is a sand base, right? Yeah, looks like a sand base over there in the desert. So looking great so far. Up next, we have Kotobukiya Bishoujo series, which is a 1/7 scale. Monster High Dracalora. Alright. No idea who this is. This is just an announcement. Yeah, we do have a prototype. Okay, nice. And then we have My Little Pony Princess Cadence. For those of you bronies out there, right? Need to get one of these. Okay, and here we do have the prototype. I never have much comments for prototypes made from Kotobukiya in general. Their sculpt are often always spot on, which is why I hope that they fix the sculpt on the two earlier artist figures. Yeah. Next one here, an announcement only, Queen Chrysalis from My Little Pony as well, and followed by Bishoujo statue Vampire Lele. Okay, I have no idea who this is. We do have a finished product, and this looks amazing. Wow, the colors. Not something I would buy, but wow. I love the colors over here. I can't be sure because the image resolution is a little bit low, but it looks like there is some shading, which is nice to see. Because Kotobukiya, between their more expensive scale figures and the cheaper ones, the difference is often in their finishing work on the paint job. You can see a difference over there. Next one here, Bishoujo statue Vampirella Vampirella. Original character, is it? Horror Bishoujo series, and we do have a very beautiful sculpt over here. Wow, look at those perfectly shaped melons and the body. The sculpting is beautiful, man. No complaints. I have no complaints at all, right? This is a perfect package with a nice diorama base that doesn't take up too much space. Next one here, we have non-skill. This is confirmed to be non-skill, right? Okay, frame arms girl Durga. Though I do believe that the final figure would be more like 1/7 skill size territory. Yeah, for maybe anywhere between 20 to 25,000 yen. That's my prediction. Next one here, we do have frame arms girl Kongo non-skill as well. Just a great prototype. And also here, up next, we have Idolmaster Gakuen Rinami Himesaki 1/7 skill. Apparently, Idolmaster Gakuen is a top 10 earner in Japan when it comes to games that sell you whatever that you can think of, gacha or anything else. It is a top 10 earner apparently, which is interesting. And also Idolmaster Gakuen Saki Hanami. I'm just enjoying the details on the outfits over here. Right? It looks really good. Even though I don't collect idols anymore. Next, we have Idolmaster Gakuen Ume Hanami. I don't think this will come cheap, considering the licensing cost. We are looking at 23-25k, yup. Next, we have Kotori Shirakawa from Da Capo. Wow, this is old, man. The only Da Capo I know is like Da Capo 3, Da Capo 1, Da Capo 2, and then when we got Da Capo 3, I think the time gap of the anime adaptation between season 2 and season 3 was like many years, right? I don't remember anything anymore, and I only watched Da Capo 3. This is a little bit nostalgic. This is almost classic anime territory at this point. Okay, moving up next, we have this is Musume Daitaku Helios 1/7 skill. Of course, there will be a CY store exclusive. Kotobukiya and the usual face part exclusivity, man. Moving up next, okay, Kotobukiya announced a number of figures at 1/7 scale from Metaphor ReFantazio, which I know nothing about. Must be another game that is currently popular. And nowadays, game characters are more popular among figure companies compared to anime characters because once again, people forget they are seasonal waifus in 3 months, but games have a way longer lifespan, at least a few years, and that gives them enough time to make the figures and sell them. Yeah, so it is a safer route to take when it comes to running a figure business. This is 1/7 scale Gallica. Wow, she is skinny. And then we have Hulkenberg at 1/7 scale. Now this is a nice character, Elf. Okay, I'm liking her already when I look at the character design over here. But that is a weird spear and axe hybrid. Okay, moving up next, we have Juna from the same title as well. Oh boy, how big is her forehead? That is a huge forehead. Unless there is hair underneath, right? I mean, the hairline is probably way lower, not up here. Alright. This one, I don't like her that much, maybe because I'm looking at her forehead too much. Okay, up next from Phantasy Star Online, we have Annette, 1/6 scale. Okay, so with Phantasy Star Online, we have good stuff from Amakuni. And we also have the shit stuff from Seoul International. In case you've never heard of the brand before, their figures are even B or even C+. Yeah, not very nice, their figures. Like, not every single one of them, many of the simpler figures, they don't look great. But they do have 1 or 2 very good skill figures out there. And then, of course, Jean or Jeannie, compulsory. Whenever we talk about Phantasy Star Online, it has to be about her. And this is like Race Queen. Yeah, Kotobukiya announced two versions of her. This is like race queen version and also a swimsuit version. So which one do you prefer? This is just an announcement. I like the race queen one. I think it is because of the details on her outfit in general. And the flag, obviously. This is way nicer, right? This could be like a cheaper option. That's what I'm suspecting over here. Under 20k easily for this one. I'm predicting maybe 18,000 yen for this. And this will be like 25. Yeah. Okay, moving up next, we have Shimada Humi Kane. Artworks Arcia. This is a non-scale apparently. So, original art, is it? Okay, I can't really tell much from a grey prototype. I can't even imagine what the color scheme of the figure is like unless I see the original artwork, obviously. And what is that thing she's holding? A sword? A real gun? There are some science fiction components over there, I like it. Next one here, this is random. This is from seasonal anime Shoshimin. That's the short of the title. I forgot the full name of the long title. 1/6 scale Yuki Osanai. So, Shoshimin, I did watch the anime. It was average. It was mid. And Kotobukiya out of nowhere decided to make a scale figure of it at 1/6. Sometimes I have no idea what Kotobukiya is thinking. Yeah. So this feels mid, even though you're getting a full desk and a chair over there. I have a very similar figure from Kotobukiya. The market value is terrible. It was like a bad purchase, but I bought it because it was a good subject for photography. Okay, moving up next. Okay, Kotobukiya also announced a bunch of figures from the Legend of Heroes, and they're all 1/8 scale, unfortunately, because the existing Legend of Heroes figures that are already released, they're all 1/8 scale anyway. So, Altina Orion version 2. Exactly the same pose, isn't it? The current one where she's wearing, was it a dark color, a black color outfit? The pose is exactly the same, I think, but this is a different outfit. And this one looks a little bit more detailed, yeah. Next one here, we have All Claire, 1/8 scale. I like the color scheme on this, like blonde hair and teal color outfit. Nice combination. Okay, and oh, I love this one. I love the pose, right? Ren Mitsurugi, 1/8 scale from Legend of Heroes as well. I'm afraid to touch any figure from this series, because once I buy one, I might want the entire set. Which, there are so many characters, nope. One more over here, Agnes Claudel, 1/8 scale. And then up next, we have Tororo Nekomugi, 1/7 scale. Just the name, Tororo Nekomugi. I have no idea who this is or where she's from, or is this an original character? Is it a VTuber? If you know something, let me know. Up next, we have, okay, Unicorn Overlord. I actually did some homework on this title. So, Kotobukiya suddenly announced a bunch of figures from Unicorn Overlord. And then, at first glance, I see the title. I already suspected it is a game. And apparently, yes, it is an RPG game that was just launched back in 2024 last year. And it looks like a typical RPG game, fantasy RPG game that we see every year. Okay, so this is El Tolinde, 1/7 scale. And then followed by Melisandre, 1/7 scale from the same game as well. And then we have Rosalinde. Wow, are they sisters or something? Similar names. Now, this one is my favorite among the three. Yep. Elf as well, right? Yep, Elf. I'm not sure if I like her face, but the outfit and the spear, I like it for being a little bit different. Next one, this is probably my favorite figure in terms of character design and the paintwork overall. In today's event, in this Kotobukiya event, like this is Scarlet from Unicorn Overlord 1/7 scale, and look at the heavy shading on her dress, man. I'm really glad that Kotobukiya has been making improvements on the paintwork of their figures. I'm not sure if they have seen me ranting about their figures for the past few years. I complained about the figures being permanently glued to the base, and slowly they are stopping doing that, right? Many of the newer figures, they don't glue their figure to the base anymore, including the free run figure that I haven't reviewed yet. And then now they are doing a nicer finish on the paint of on their figures. So I'm liking Kotobukiya a bit more nowadays. Next one here, we have Yahna from Unicorn Overlord as well, 1/7 skill. Oh. Alright. And then followed by, okay, this is from Yakuza, like a dragon. Goro Majima, 1/6 skill. 1/6. Interestingly, it is not under the Art FX line. Like, this is a completely different figure, different product line, and they're making it 1/6. A bit more expensive, maybe because they know it will sell. And of course, we have from the same series, Ichiban Kasuga, 1/6 skill as well. And then, yeah, I think this is the most famous character among the three, right? Kazuma Kiryu, 1/6 skill from Yakuza, like a dragon as well. Oh, there is actually some texture on his outfit. Nice. Now, this kind of texture, up until just a few years ago, these are the kind of thing you'll see only in resin figures, not in PVC figures. I'm happy to see it being implemented in scale figures more nowadays. Yeah, the PVC ones. And then we have Yumiya Lisfeld from Atelier Yumiya. So we have another new Atelier game, huh? This one doesn't look as hot as Raiza's. When it comes to the thighs, I think, I'm not sure yet. I'm looking at the upper half of her body over here. Armpit is about a 6 out of 10. And that is all for figures from Kotobukiya Collection 2025, which I find really interesting. Based on a few of my observations over here, Kotobukiya is doing something completely different from every other figure brands. There are brands that they go all out with Azalane and Nikkei and Blue Archive and so on, you know, the currently popular game titles. And then Kotobukiya be like, nope, we are not joining. We'll just go our own way. They continue their Legend of Heroes series. They get into Metaphor ReFantazio or whatever. Can't remember the name anymore. And then now we have Atelier, Yumiya, and also what's the name again? Unicorn Overlord. And I find that really interesting because when you look at the character design of all these games and their characters, they are all very similar. They are all like typical MMORPG characters, you know, inside a Western European setting, like a French village setting of some kind. What do you call that word again? Yes, medieval. So the characters from the games they have chosen to make figures of, they are all medieval themes. Right, and I find that really interesting. They are not following the mainstream path over here, and that is probably a good thing because we have way too many Azalane figures, for example. So, is there anything that caught your eye from this event? Share it with me down in the comments below. To me, I think it is the very first Barney figure earlier that really caught my interest, but everything else, it feels like if I get one figure, I will want the entire set, so I'm too afraid to jump in. So, we'll see. This is just the beginning. Next week, we have Wonder Festival. More like this coming weekend on Sunday. So, more poison. Be prepared for it. And until then, if you found this video entertaining or informative, please give this video a like and subscribe to this channel for anime figure content every week. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys again soon. Goodbye.